Well, DDP versus Kamaru Usman was pretty much what we expected was going to happen. There was a magnitude of factors going against Kamaru Usman in this fight against DDP, and primarily it was everything: the height, the weight, the speed, the age, the reach. Pretty much everything was going to be a hindrance for Kamaru Usman's ability to try to win this fight, and so Kamaru would have to overcome a lot to be able to win this fight. Though he is a champion, um, he's kind of old and kind of washed now. Just comparing basic size, DDP is much bigger, much wider, much girthier, much thicker of a man than Kamaru Usman, who used to be a 170-pound champion, moving up. Immediately in the fight, we saw that DDP had a speed advantage, and he absolutely used that speed advantage damn near every opportunity that he had. He also had a great um, counter for any of the blitzes that Kamaru Usman would do, though there wasn't many, and that was a check left hook. Kamaru Usman was dipping his head down to the right, kind of like Justin Gaethje in a way, which always allowed for like that left hook, counter left hook to be there. Um, Kamaru Usman, there's a lot of comments about his knees. I haven't seen his knees be a specific issue, but it did seem that either his knees or his age was an issue with his movement. He's always been a bit plotty, stationary in his fighting, but he definitely looked old, slow, and stationary against DDP. With having the reach advantage against somebody, your biggest problem is usually that they would have the speed advantage, right? So they could blitz in kind of like in a Mike Tyson style, or really any other form. Get in on you, get the combination off, and then get out, right? But when you have the reach and the speed advantage, that makes it a very, very tricky and complicated situation for somebody. Um, you can get in when you want to get in, you can get out when you want to get out. Um, and Kamaru Usman, not being known as a boxer, not being known for his hands, really has nothing good when it comes to his hands outside of like that straight right, and that's not even that great if he can't tell it like if he can't set it up, and he doesn't have really anything to set it up. It's pretty telegraphed at this point. Um, DDP was looking flawless in the earlier rounds. I mean, stifling takedown attempts. That's probably where most people thought Kamaru Usman was going to have or be able to do most of his work with the takedowns. That's probably the only reason why we got this fight is to see how DDP would combat takedowns after his last showing against Kazmat Chimaev. But if we're being completely honest, Chimaev and Usman's takedowns are completely different. Chimaev is extremely athletic. He's damn near as big as DDP. Way faster, way younger, way more technically sound, and he's blasting double legs. Where DDP, or not DDP, where Kamaru Usman is reaching. He's reaching for a single leg. I don't know why he does it. It's one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. And to combat it, DDP is slamming knees to this nigga's cranium over and over. Repetitive knees to this nigga's cranium. Taste of African white pride straight to this nigga's mouth. Swallow it. Follow that up. If he was at a distance, Kamaru Usman was at a distance, the high kicks, that would. I saw Kamaru Usman complain a lot about the high kicks. I'll talk about that later, but the high kicks to the head, which DDP was able to get off really fast, really quick, was his like answer for whatever Kamaru Usman tried to run it, like play the distance game. And if Kamaru Usman tried to come inside, it would crash with the knee, especially if he was going for like a takedown. It was crash for the knee. Usman's head movement was pretty predictable, and not I'm not talking about just like boxing head movement. His head movement when it comes to like placing his head on takedowns or placing his head off the jab or placing his head off a kick, it was pretty predictable. It was always going to be like a small drop down to the right, and that was either going to be a check hook with the left or knee up the middle by DDP. Now, Usman did get in on a few takedown attempts. He tried to make the fight a little muddy. He also tried to complain about this eye poke. What I saw was a check hook to the face, and a little bit of the thumb got in on the eye. But I don't know what else to tell you. You got to kind of just toughen that out. as this is a fight, there is a chance that can't happen. I wouldn't consider that eye poke. They got like a short 30-second break, so it's not that big of a deal. Honestly, it's probably the best outcome for both people. Again, the high kick. Whenever Usman wants to play the outside, get a little rest, and control, the fight from that area at least, like just try to take a little break. The high kick will come. A good thing about the high kick is it doesn't always have to like land flush on the jaw to really do damage because DDP wasn't really throwing the high kick to try to like all the way through. He was stopping it pretty early. I didn't like that. I don't suggest that. But if you're just trying to hit something, hit the arms, tire out the strong power hand, hit the gloves, just wear out the individual, stop their movement from going in a certain direction. It's a great thing to do. Anytime Usman would, this was a feint. Anytime Usman would feint or go down or shoot for that single leg, that reaching nasty single leg that he always fucking does, that shit is disgusting. That knee was coming up the middle, and he saw DDP throw the knee off a feint, and he still went for that weak ass single leg. Like, look at his position. This is horrific. This is nasty. This is bad. He can't even get his fucking knee down. He can't. Oh man, it's horrific. He can't get his knee on the ground. He's reaching with his head forward, eyes closed, shooting for so far away. It was atrocious. And once that got stifled, that's that check hook I was talking about. That left check hook. Oh man, it was money. So anytime Usman would throw anything really, and got like a little bit of concern, his head was dropping down to that right, and his right hand to protect himself was not up at all. It was always there for that left. Anything left was always there. The kick, the jab, the anything. This is when Usman finally gets a fucking takedown. It took a lot of work. But the sad thing is, as soon as he got him down, right back up. DDP was right back up. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, you know, his takedown defense was great against Usman, so he's definitely gotten better at takedown defense, and it can stop Chimaev, and it can't. This was just an overall horrific matchup for Usman. It's just somebody that Usman doesn't have the better of in any location or any area of the fight. But his takedowns and like the only takedown he damn near got was a blast double leg, and it worked. That's the only takedown Chimaev does. The only takedown that Kamaru Usman got was a blast double leg. He stopped shooting for the fucking singles and went for a blast double, and it worked. And that's all Chimaev does. So no, I haven't seen any improvement when it comes to the takedown defense. Another amazing left kick, high kick, hitting the arms. Now I saw Usman. I think it's coming up. Saw Usman try to like look to the ref after one of those high kicks. I think he was trying to say or symbolize to the crowd. Dumbass DC doesn't understand what he's talking about on the fucking announcement. I think he's trying to signal to the cloud or to the crowd that here it is. He's trying to signal to the crowd and to the ref that he's not landing these kicks flush on the head, on the jaw. They sound loud, but they're just hitting the glove. They're hitting the outside of the glove repetitively. Now, I think that was DDP's plan, so that's kind of why he wasn't too stressed about it. But I think Usman was trying to like let everybody know like he's not actually hitting me. He's hitting this glove because that's something like fighters would understand, but these fucking judges wouldn't. And then when you go to the judge scorecards, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, he's getting his ass beat. Significant strike this, significant strike that." But it's like, bro, this nigga's not even fucking landing. And I feel them on that. It gets pretty annoying when you know somebody's not landing, but it looks good. And so like the refs and judges are gonna gas it. They're just gonna gas it up. A couple right hands to finish the fight. Overall, great showing for DDP. I didn't see that much improvement. He did what he was supposed to do against a 40-year-old washed Usman in a weight class that he shouldn't even be in going up. Not even consistently going up. Usman's going up and going down back to 70 to fight either or division. So like, yeah, DDP has the biggest nigga in 185. I expected this. Former champion, I expected this. I'm honestly a little disappointed that DDP didn't get Usman out of there. I think Usman is washed. I consider him to be a bit washed. Um, but that's not because of his skills. Like he's not washed because he's ass. He's washed because he's damn near the king of the last generation. But that's not really that helpful for this gen. In this generation of fighters, and I'm gonna make a video about it. But in this generation of fighters, they're all bigger. Like they're bigger, they're taller, they're cutting way more weight. Um, it's not outlandish to see a 5'11" nigga fighting at 135. You know what I'm saying? Like Brandon Royval is like 5'10", he's at 125. Sugar Sean's at 5'11", 6 foot at 135. Tommy is 6 foot at 145. You get what I'm saying? I think there's like a 6'3" guy, 6'2" guy at 155. You get what I'm saying? Like this is not the old generation anymore. These people have striking, like Carlos Prates, take down the defense, like Ian Gary. They have like all these people are so well rounded now, and they move so well. Nobody's really like plotty. The last person that I remember that's new and is plotty is like Ilya Taporia, who's gonna just knock your bitch ass out. And so like with Usman not having knockout power, his grappling is old, single legs, reaching single legs. He doesn't throw many good kicks. He's never been a great defensively. I mean, he doesn't take a lot of risks, but he's not the best defensively sound fighter. Like those one arm up attempts to stop the high kick to the head. That just shows that this nigga doesn't have like striking skills. Like I know a girl who can defend kicks. No disrespect to woman, but I know a girl who's like 14. I don't know. I know a girl that's like 14 that can like stop kicks better than Usman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, same shit with Connor. The nigga just has no idea how to block a leg kick. There's just a lack of urban skills. And so, I don't know what's next for Usman. I do know that DDP is probably going to get another fight for the title. I don't think DDP beats Imavov. I don't think DDP beats Chimaev. I do think he beats Strickland. And so, I guess we'll just see how that goes. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments.